What if I told you your best campaign didn't fail because of bad creativity, but because of bad systems? It's not the idea that slows you down. It's the handoffs, the friction, the decision delays, the forgotten folder no one ever remembers to update. The 2 weeks you spent chasing approvals, while the market shifted without you. We've all been there. You had the concept, the brief, the buy-in, but somewhere between kickoff and execution, the momentum just evaporated. Not because your team wasn't smart enough, not because your tools weren't good enough, but because the system itself couldn't keep pace. And here's what's different now. The pace of execution is no longer a competitive advantage. It's the baseline, the minimum requirement just to stay in the conversation. Everyone's got access to the same tools now, the same AI image generators, the same ChatGPT prompts, the same automation stacks. Everyone's reading the same blog posts, following the same influencers, testing the same 5 hacks. So what separates the front runners from the frozen? It's not their software, it's their systems. Systems that don't just create fast, but adapt fast. Systems that don't just automate tasks, but align teams. Systems that don't just generate content, but orchestrate momentum. Because a fast idea is meaningless if your system can't catch it, if it dies in draft folders, or gets delayed by bottlenecks, or turns into 14 different versions that never get shipped. That's what today is about. This final day of the challenge is your invitation to become something more than a marketer. You're stepping into the role of system designer, of velocity architect, of someone who doesn't just work inside a marketing machine, but knows how to build one that moves with purpose. Because AI, it's not the solution, it's the amplifier. If your process is broken, AI will just break it faster. But if your system is strong, lean, flexible, strategic, AI becomes your force multiplier. So today, we're going to walk through the GenAI marketing stack. It's a lightweight, minimum viable campaign system designed for speed, clarity, and adaptability. You'll learn how to structure your work across 5 essential stages. Ingest, where insights, objectives, and voice of customer data enter the flow. Design, where you and AI co-strategize around messaging, channel, and creative intent. Build, where assets are produced, refined, and versioned. Prompt first, not perfection first. Test, where you launch, monitor, and extract feedback fast. Refine, where iteration becomes part of your rhythm, not a separate phase you never get around to. Each of these steps is simple, but together, they create a system that scales your brilliance, that compresses your timeline without compromising your soul, that transforms marketing from a stress marathon into an agile, repeatable sprint. You're going to map this system today, all of it. You'll walk away with a 1-page campaign stack, something you can bring to your next kickoff meeting and actually use. Not someday, today. Because this challenge, it was never about theory. It was always about transformation. And systems are the bridge between vision and results. They are how ideas become assets, how leadership becomes repeatable, how excellence becomes scalable. You're not just here to launch faster. You're here to lead smarter. You're not just a marketer anymore. You're a systems thinker, a campaign architect, a strategist who knows how to use AI as a collaborator, not a crutch. And most of all, you're someone who knows that the future of marketing isn't built on tools. It's built on the systems that make those tools work. So let's build. Let's wire up the engine you'll use to drive the next chapter of your leadership. Let's ensure that what you build today can keep pace with the future you're now ready to lead.